Sri Divas hadir salut.
My name starts with S. Mom, who's that? Who? You know the one who is walking in a very weird manner? I don't know, maybe like Charlie Chaplin? Who's that? I'll tell you. Her name starts with S. Let's just call her Sue. And I looked at Sue, not impressed. Are you wondering who is Sue? Let me tell you a story of Sue, what my mom told me when I was a little kid. It starts from all the way in India. India, which is very, very far, really far, and down south, there was a small village. In this small village, about 40 years ago, lived a wonderful family with two lovely daughters. I'm not sure about Malaysia, but in India, having girls was not a blessing in those days. It was a curse for a family if you have one girl. And this family had two. But the father was proud of them. He did his best. He was one of the richest man in the village. He had lands. When I say lands, I literally means pieces of lands throughout the village. You can stand in the tallest house, above the tallest house, and look around the village. Everywhere you point a finger, you'll see a land which belongs to him. Not only land, he had cattle, he had other businesses, cows, milk, poultry, eggs, farm, so many things. And he was really doing well. And all his money for his daughters. All he wanted that his daughters to get married in a nice family. The elder one was pretty, beautiful, and everybody in the village loved her. The younger one was not that pretty, wasn't that cute. In fact, she was Sue. And yes, she was born with this strange defect where her feet were very much like Charlie Chaplin. She would have to walk like this. And everybody would make fun of her, including her family, not the dad. So dad decided, I'm going to save my money for the Sue, because in India, if you have enough money from the dowry, anybody will marry. Anybody. But Sue had a different plan. She was ambitious, excited, and she wanted to go to school. She finished her primary in the village, and then she wanted to do her secondary class. And in her secondary class wasn't near. It was about 10 kilometers away, and there was no public transport. There was definitely no school buses, and she had only one choice: to walk with her Charlie Chaplin style. And she did that. She walked every day for about 10 kilometers one way and 10 back. And amazingly, she was the fastest among all her classmates. Not just in walking, but also in her academics. She was one of the toppers. The elder sister was different kind. She was the sweet, homely girl. She wanted to be with grandma, help her in cooking, take care of sheep, cattle, and all the stuff. She just preferred to stay at home after finishing her primary. As they grew older, Dad got worried. No one would marry a not so pretty girl. With these legs, it was impossible. He went to city to get her daughter checked. And the doctor gave a wonderful advice. He said there is only one possibility. Take her to New Delhi. That's where I saw Sue. New Delhi? Why? That was the place with the best of the hospitals. It's the capital of India. And that's where Sue met the doctor. And his advice was, cut her feet. And they did. They cut her feet, believing that it will grow back to normal. Everybody was against it, but the father believed that maybe the doctor is right. Years passed by. Her legs grew, but they were not normal anymore. Yes, they were no more Charlie Chaplin, but because they were so weak, they became swollen forever. They were shorter and bent. It affected her backbone so much that she became bent. And from a Charlie Chaplin, Sue became a bent, old, 30 years old lady. I know Sue personally. And I know that I saw her growing up. Because that's my aunt. And the pretty girl was my mom. That's why I'm handsome. But one thing I've known that Sue grew up complaining, angry, upset about the whole medical doctor and everything else. But one thing she learned when I was young, and that's what impresses me the most about her. When she was in 30s, she learned to move on. She learned that people make mistakes. She learned people do mess up. She learned that everybody may not get second chance, but it's better to give second chances. And the most important thing she taught me is to forgive and move on. Ladies and gentlemen, in our lives, we do see people like Sue suffering, in pain, in terrible conditions. And all it requires is for us to look at them and look at our lives and say, the best solution is to forgive and move on. So I learned that from Sue. Thank you.
Distinguished Toastmasters, right?